Hello, I'm Paul Rutledge with Campus Cloud Services. I want to thank you for taking time watching this recording today. The focus of this video is to provide an overview of our student information systems and to drill more specifically into common pain points experienced by administrators when using technology in their professional lives. From experience, meeting with prospective institutions like yours, we have found that most questions and concerns revolve around ease of use. Of course, is the first impression everybody gets. Documenting all aspects of student interactions is the second. Connectivity and automation to other technology support applications is important consideration. And of course, reporting, operational metrics like student success, being primarily driven by compliance reporting, whether it's state accreditation or federal. This video's topic is a review of how our student information system eliminates the need for individuals to coordinate data between other systems or applications. Eliminating the uncertainty whether the data they're looking at within the system is the most current is an important consideration. Campus Cloud believes your time should be spent supporting learning and not coordinating the data. One of the things I like to say, about our ability to, or our connectivity is asking the question, does our SIS play well with others? Okay. Um, Someone once told me before their legacy SIS can accept a vendor upgrade, the IT department has to verify over a dozen integrations they manage to make sure that there's no bugs. I mean, in the recent news, I think we've all experienced the CrowdStrike news of what happens when you push out a bad upgrade. That is the concern with a lot of the current SIS systems that have been expressed to me relative to the connectivity, because depending on how old your system is and depending on how modern your institution is, there's been a lot of things created to provide information to students that require easy connectivity and reliable connectivity. Well, our system, because we're natively browser based and because of our modern code, we have over 300 APIs. That stands for Application Program Interface, that we can use to sync to third-party data. And our APIs are two-way in real time, so you don't have to do gyrations to either import data or to make sure that data is brought in before you evaluate a student. Since everybody's working in one place, and since we can connect real time to, let's say, your sources of third-party data, like your Moodle or your Canvas or your Blackboard or your Google Classrooms, is the system updated? Do you have the latest grades? Do you have the latest attendance? Or did somebody have to port the data over? Here's some examples of people that we've been asked about connecting, whether it's admissions, whether you have a more robust admissions process with Salesforce or HubSpot, or whether you're using Moodle Classrooms or Google Classrooms. Does your education, when you enroll students in a program in the SIS, will it enroll them in your online classroom? Will it pull grades and attendance back, whatever your important metrics are, back into the system, so that when your administrator is evaluating financial aid, do you know that that student is meeting SAP real time?
To add to that, with our APIs, for instance, I know a lot of you use Canvas, but you enroll a student in a class in a term in Campus Cloud, and it tells Canvas about it. You don't have to go into Canvas and put that student into that class. We have a methodology for identifying between Campus and any LMS nomenclature, so that we know what that class is in Canvas. You can also, in building our course and our term structure, you can port that into Canvas as well, so that you don't even have to build the instances. It uses Canvas Blueprint to create the actual instances of the course in Canvas. And we do that through APIs. We have over 300, I think it's 350 of them now. And we tell all our clients, and I tell you this, if you want to integrate to a system that we don't have an API written for, we will write an API for you as part of our baseline pricing, not an add-on, not extra. Now, of course, that other system has to be able to be a little smart too. It has to be able to accept an API transaction. I can't go in there and reprogram their systems. But, and Paul's hinted upon it, since we're a truly online system, In fact, in our next version, every transaction that the system supports will be an API. So you'll be able to do absolutely everything that you can do as an administrator sitting down with the system. You'll be able to do that through a called API as well.
What we kind of pride ourselves since we're browser based, you and I don't necessarily know what the future is on the browser. There's a lot of great things that are coming down the pike in new applications. So, as long as they know how to spell API, and since we're browser based, it's really nothing for us to keep this thing current to connect to anything that comes down the pike that might be a great tool that helps your institution. So, our goal, kind of as your agile software developers and programmers, is to keep you current. It's not something that requires you to buy an upgrade to get the next generation platform. That's not our stick.
If we do an API, let's say you use somebody that we don't currently have an API with, and we do an API, we make that available to all our clients. When we do enhancements, we don't say, well, you paid for that enhancement, it's only yours. Well, first of all, we can charge for enhancements, but we make enhancements available to all clients all the time.
To this point, we talk generically about how our API library supports connection to all departments, admissions, education, and even potential future web-based applications. Let's drill into and walk through an example of how Campus Cloud supports a very important connection for data transfer. The topic is financial aid. Let's jump to our favorite demo, student records.
From within that student record, there's two tabs that are really helpful: financial aid and accounts receivable. So if you click on financial aid, it'll take you to options that can help you package the student for financial aid. So this is our packaging option. It could be preset for projected amounts for Pell Grants, for subsidized, unsubsidized loans. You can include into it scholarships. You can create a customized financial plan using this worksheet. You can see, once you work on that plan with the presets for available aid or scholarships or funding sources, you can very quickly calculate the remaining need. And if you look above, there's a payment plan tab that then allows you to, based upon that remaining need, create a payment plan. And you can quickly use these tools to create the documents you need, create a specific payment plan for that student. It's a great worksheet to give to. We can even fill it into, using our forms tool, a projected cost sheet. From a connection standpoint, we've got a direct connection to COD. We've got a connection to pull in data from EdConnect. If you use a third-party data processor like Campus Ivy or Global, which are two people that we've worked with very well, we can create a connection to them. The goal is to keep you out of worrying about whether the data is the most current. You want any feedback or from your financial aid, any ICERs, any follow-up codes. You need it to all be. You need to be able to work with all of it here, and that can be easily done in our integration. Get you out of the business of managing the data uploads and manage the student needs.
We also connect with PowerPhase currently in their batch environment, and have started looking at their new cloud-based system. So we'll be working on that as well. But you could actually use this as a standalone financial aid platform.
I want to thank you for taking your time watching this video. I hope the topic was helpful to your thought process. If you'd like to schedule a further conversation or schedule a deeper dive demonstration of our capabilities, feel free to contact me by phone or email. Again, thanks for investing your time, and have a great rest of the day.